Hey guys, it's week 18 of the buying club, so disclaimer, don't be upset if something I mention doesn't end up in your box. And with that, so much to cover this week, so many exciting things, pumpkins galore, the most incredible gift from a customer that I have to show you. So without any further ado, we will start. So Asian pears will be back in the box this week. Dry beans are back as well. So some feedback from some customers, it seems that these are more dry than I thought they were. So you might want to consider soaking them as you would beans that you got in the grocery store. So just food for thought when you're preparing whatever fantastic soup, stews, chili, burrito, taco salad item that you're preparing. So keep that in mind. And then drum roll please, America's favorite potato, the sweet potato, has arrived. Sweet potatoes will be in the box this week. I'm beside myself with excitement. I know you guys are too. You guys buy a lot of sweet potatoes, so enjoy these. For winter squash item this week, you guys are going to get a Hubbard squash. These are delicious and gorgeous, and yeah, pies, of course, you know, soup, risotto, great options. And you know, the fun thing about the winter squash is that they can hang out for a little while. So if you're not ready for it, sit it on your porch, not in direct sunlight, enjoy it every time you walk in and out of the house, and then when you're ready, make a delicious pie. There you go. So Hubbard squash. And then there's a little bit of uncertainty. I think you're going to get an eggplant type item. And you may also get a green this week. You may not get a green. Tomatoes might be in the box. This might be the last time for tomatoes. So I'm just going to feel it out. I'm going to see how the week goes. It might rain on Tuesday, so a little bit unsure as to the rest of the items in the box at the moment. And moving on to all the other exciting things. So for those of you that don't know, I put in a pawpaw orchard. That's P-A-W-P-A-W, pawpaw. It is the nation's largest native fruit. Yeah, but most people don't know about it. Very sad, you know? So I put in 90 trees in the spring. I'm wildly excited about it. And the best part about it is I've never had a pawpaw. I just, you know, it was mentioned to me several years ago, and I sort of, I don't know, it's both a blessing and a curse. I take everything to heart and try to, you know, remember what people say to me. So, yeah, it was mentioned to me years ago, random, and I was like, oh, pawpaw, weird, never thought anything of it. And then I was reading in a magazine, and they had an article about pawpaws and how there's an annual pawpaw festival, and they have pawpaw beer, terribly exciting, and so on and so forth. So I was like, oh my gosh, pawpaws, this has come into my life twice. I should put in a pawpaw orchard. And I did some research, and I talked to one of the main, you know, breeders of pawpaws, and sort of got the ins and outs of if this was viable in a commercial setting and what I should expect. And so that, yeah, 90 trees. So it will be 2 more years before we get fruit from them. So in the meantime, I, you know, was just chatting with one of my customers that comes to our Saturday market, and she said, oh my gosh, my daughter has 4 pawpaw trees in her backyard. And I was like, you stop it. And so her daughter very generously brought me a bag of pawpaws, and I screamed a little bit. And if I could have made my way around the table, I would have definitely lunged at her and like hugged her. I was just so excited. So a lot of people say, what does a pawpaw look like? You're gonna find out right now. So pawpaw is also known as a custard apple because the inside is actually very custard-like. It's very interesting. I mean, pawpaw is like nothing else. So this is it. This is the size. Like you can see like my hand and it. It's adorable and little and incredible. So it has this incredible smell, sort of unlike anything else. And then taste-wise, it's very tropical tasting. It's very unique, very different. And it has, the seeds are actually very cool. The seeds are very, very large. So you can easily get those out of there. So yeah, something to definitely look forward to. I think they're awesome. They're so unique. It's really like nothing else I've ever had. And yeah, I'm so grateful that she brought me some. I mean, it was incredible. So, pawpaws. Moving on. Pumpkins, yes, on the store. Gorgeous, stunning, white, sugar pumpkin size pumpkins. These look large in the camera. I look very small. These are really not that big compared to me. So these are fun and gorgeous, great for decorating. Next up, pink pumpkins. So I grew these last year. They're amazing. Eating wise, these are incredible, incredible for pies. I mean, like, they're just so sweet and delicious. So don't be afraid to cook your pink pumpkin. Ugh. It's part of the proceeds of these, $1 of each one that we sell will go to breast cancer. Last year was the first year I did Pumpkins with a Purpose. So these pumpkins were all $7. $5 went to breast cancer and $2 came to me. So to keep it fun and exciting, I have chosen a different pumpkin this year and a different cause. So these beauties with all these fun bumps on them. This is a French heirloom pumpkin, and I have no idea how to pronounce the name. However, I find them incredibly gorgeous and incredibly unique and fun, sort of like the person who inspired this year's Pumpkins with a Purpose. So this year's Pumpkins with a Purpose you know, donation is going to go to the Pancreatic Cancer Foundation in honor of my photography professor when I was in, I call him a professor, I shouldn't call him professor, photography teacher when I was in Chicago. His name was Richard Stromberg. You can still look up his photography studio. I believe they're still teaching classes. He passed away last year from pancreatic cancer, and just an incredible person. Someone who really lived. You know, I feel like too often people are just kind of floating through life. I mean, he lived. He did it all. And he was like the Dos Equis man in the commercials, who's done crazy things. And he had very just catching stories, and just an incredible teacher, an incredible person. So, yeah, it was just a no-brainer for me to choose the National Pancreatic Cancer Foundation for this year's Pumpkins with a Purpose. All of these will be $7. $5 will go to the foundation, $2 will come to me. Now, since it's a charity, there's $7 no matter what size. Keep your eye on the prize, people. So that's a very large one. This is a very small one. I'm not going to discriminate on size. It's for the cause. And then I don't have too many of these. We had some loss in the pumpkins this year for sure. We had some disease problems. So I want to be able to, you know, do a good thing and have Pumpkins with a Purpose be something that I can keep building on. So with just those incredible French heirlooms, 20 cents from every pumpkin we sell will also go to that. So I'll be keeping track of all the pumpkins I sell. And yeah, I just really appreciate your support, and I'm going to put a blog post up about Richard and about my experience in Chicago, and, you know, just sort of give you some more insight into how amazing he was. So with that, I'm going to end this. I'm sure I am way long. I apologize. I hope you were entertained. I mean, you got to see a pawpaw in real life. What could be better? And now you're all inspired to buy pumpkins for charity. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Check out the blog post, and I will have a video for you next week. Thanks, guys.